Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dilla Fatiha Nuruz-Zahida Imama. My student number is A320200186. Now I will present to you about do the children have any rights? The choice theory of right. So, to solve this puzzle, we should come to an agreement about what rights are and why they are important. One theory that had a great deal of purchase in the public discourse is known as the choice theory of rights. A good deal of confusion about the claim that children have rights depends on the tacit assumption that the choice theory is the correct theory. Here is H.L.A. Hart, the most prominent defender of this theory of right in the last century, elaborating of the equal right to freedom, which he thinks underlies all other rights. Any human being capable of choosing. He has the right to forbearance on the part of all others from the use of coercion and restraint against him. And two, is that liberty to take any action which not coercive, restraining, or designed to injure other person. Hart, 1955, page 175. This is a very intuitive idea about right attribution. Rights are essentially guarantees of various freedom to direct one's own life, but not those of others. In addition, they give one control over other people in the sense that they can prevent others from encroaching on one's own freedom. Hart also claims that as right bearers, we can waive our rights, or put another way, choose not to invoke our rights when we feel a more important value ought to govern a situation. On this theory, the inappropriateness of considering children right bearers is obvious. Crucially, this because they are not competent choosers, are vulnerable, and are dependent. Children's, especially young children's, rights cannot make good choice about whether to claim or waive their rights. They cannot, in other words, exercise the discretion that rights as freedom gives in way that enhance the quality of their life. Children lack the requisite autonomy in the moral sense, much more importantly than in the merely physical sense of the term. They will inform and deform. Their judgment deficient or impaired. From Goodin and Gibson, 1997, page 187. So the idea is, of course, not that children are literally unable to choose from a fairly early age. One asks child which one of two or three things they want to do, and they will formally make a choice, but children often do not grasp the ramification for them or for others of the choice they make. This is true even of very simple decisions like what and whether to eat for lunch, how long and with whom to play after lunch, how early to go to bed. Let alone decision about whether to waive or claims their right. Hart himself accepts this implication. This consideration should incline us not to extend to animals and babies whom it is wrong to illustrate the notion of a right to proper treatment. Hart, 1995, page 181. So if the choice theory is correct, children do not have right. Whether adolescents or other teens have right depends on whether they have achieved the requisite level of capacity for self-governance, something which in the West teenagers seems to be optimistic about having done, but which others may be more skeptical about. To return to King Middle School, a choice theorist has no basis for saying that children have the right to private information concerning and supply of contraceptive, but not does the choice theorist have ground for claiming a parental right over this matter, because in the choice theory, rights are right to govern one's own life, not the life of others. So for the choice theorists, rights do not comment on the case. So that's my presentation. It will be continued by my partner. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.